year 2031. And we have a matchup here today, season opening matchup for two playoff contenders, the Tulane Green Wave of the SEC and the South Florida Bulls of the ACC. I am Hail State. Joining me in color commentary is Turf and P. Cola. So I'll let you guys get into this matchup a little bit.
Yeah, I played both these teams last year, and Tulane's going to be fundamentally sound. They're not going to, they won't beat themselves. Brink's a little bit more, he throws a lot more 50-50 balls, but I think this is going to be a pretty even matchup out here, and I don't know where this game is being played. I think the Bends.
Atlanta.
Oh.
The Bends.
And whenever I play Brink, I destroy him and make him want to quit the game. And when I play Tulane, it's always a good game. But from what I've heard, Brink has beat Tulane more than Tulane has beat him. So I guess we're looking for a good game here.
I guess that makes two of us, P. Cola. Alright, we can kick this game off. We can kick this game off. We can kick this game off. Good boy.
There we go.
Alright. The opening kickoff here from the Aflac Atlanta Chick-fil-A Coca-Cola Arthur Blank kickoff special game is underway as the boot goes into the end zone and will not be run out. So Tulane will start with the ball here as Calumet back in his home state of Georgia for this one.
Is this a left-handed quarterback? It seems like he always has a left-handed quarterback.
It might be, it might not be.
I don't believe so.
The USF Bulls coming out in the mug in the middle there.
Pierre Fauci. I don't know if he's related to Dr. Fauci of the CDC, but he makes the tackle for gain 4. Emmanuel Chosen, Reverend Emmanuel Chosen, as we should refer to him as. Here comes Calumet on 2nd and 6. South Florida still showing that double mug look up front. Calumet will throw to Wall, the running back out of the backfield, first down and more. And he fumbles the football, and it's picked up.
I think this is going to be...
Booth review already.
That will be ruled a down by contact, but yeah, this is a left-handed quarterback.
You know, this double mug look, you can get a lot of pressure, but if you can make a quick decision, it can be tough to get everybody in position to guard it. So, looks like he's getting out of that.
Gonna run up in a 3-3-5. It looks like Calumet. Gotta have two guys out left, two guys out right. Running back to his right. Dropping back to throw, looking, hits the tight end. Good decision for a gain of 5. Tyree Calumet to Reverend Emmanuel Chosen. So 2nd and 5, gonna go up with a trips look out left. Calumet, it's gonna be the screen, the RPO. He gets out to Klein for the first down and more, down to the 35.
Quarterback did a 360 before he threw that.
Yeah. As you see Wall, the running back, get a look at him. Not that good receiving stats, but he makes up for it with the girth on the ground, if you will.
They do have a hell of a receiver they got from UTSA a couple years ago, the transfer portal.
They do. So Calumet taking a scramble out right, and he's going to be brought down by Linus Lysol Salles. I believe that's the first person to have their nickname officially added to their government ID. So Lysol with the tackle. I wonder why he's called Lysol.
He's cleaning it up.
Oh, okay. So Klein will get the crossover as we are joined by some bum from Georgia, Mason Pope, live on the broadcast here, as we have Kelemete looking in the box here. Pressure coming. Can he get it out? No, he cannot. Well, he does get it out, but he's going to get brought down. No throw will come out of him.
Yeah, that's their star defensive lineman here for USF.
Offensive lineman tried to cut blocking, man. Just totally whiffed.
Kelemete on 2nd and 10. Trips out to the right. Guns motion a running back. Gonna drop back to throw again. He's got the crosser again, but a good job by the defensive back to make the tackle, and now it's 3rd and 8.
Good tight coverage there.
So on 3rd down and 8. Making a man out right now. He's going to throw it to the corner of the end zone. He's got it. No, he doesn't.
How is that not a touchdown?
The Mississippi native certainly looked like he was in. I don't know if I'd challenge that per se. I mean, it's the first half. I might look at challenging that. I mean, that's...
I don't know if I want to waste the timeout.
To me, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't see how it's not, but first goal... Just let it ride.
It's going to be one of those that bites you, a decision that bites you for sure if you can't punch this ball in. As South Florida going to load the box here, trying to bend but don't break. It'll be the RPO. They will hand it off, and he is going nowhere. Wow. Tyler Wall runs into a wall. James Witherspoon in the backfield on the play.
Just way too slow developing.
Well, now that decision to not challenge may look a little bit less appealing now that you've got, oh, well, he's going to throw the RPO and he's going to score on that anyway. It is pairs the Mississippi native getting into the end zone. And
the Brett Knowles transfer.
It is true.
That's him.
The Brett Knowles transfer. Speaking of Brett Knowles, the former Washington State tight end has become quite the monster truck driver since his retirement from football after his days at Washington State as a tight end. He recently won the International Monster Truck Circuit Championship, donning a red and cougar gray inspired truck. So congratulations to Brett Knowles as he continues to be successful no matter what field he goes into.
Is that right?
That is right. He's making a bid for Monster Jam here soon in the next few days, I'm told.
Oh.
So Webb and the South Florida Bulls offense will hit the field for the first time as the counter's going for a gain of 1.
You know, this quarterback is taking over for a former top 5 pick, if I remember correctly.
This is his first game.
Yeah,
as he went to the Raiders, I think.
Yeah, 2nd pick, I think, overall.
Yeah. We did have Franklin Azuma from Washington State go in the 7th round to the Tennessee Titans to back up Cam Ward, hopefully. Or maybe take his job, you know? You never know.
Is that the first top 5 quarterback that threw 40 picks in a season?
Gotta be.
I don't know what they saw in him. I think he had like 100 interceptions in his career, but it's the Raiders for you.
Well, you know, you gotta be tough. And this Tulane defense has been tough so far. And on 3rd and 9, they can get South Florida off of the field here. He's going deep over the middle. That's one-on-one coverage, and it's intercepted. Keenan pulls it in, and now he's got some space to run. Is they going to bring him down? Can they bring him down to the 15?
Well, if the other guy got drafted in the top 5 by throwing a lot of picks, that's what this guy's trying to do.
Oh, and they got the
big,
out already.
the Mardi Gras beads. Obviously showing some New Orleans culture. Well, we're in the Falcon Stadium, so they can put that right away. We do not enjoy Saints in this building. As we see, Wall gets the hand off. Lysol's in the backfield again. Sophomore out of California. How did I let him get out of my wheelhouse? It's interesting. Lysol because he cleans up the ball very well, as I'm told. 2nd and 13. This will go back to Wall, and Lysol is on him like white on rice. So it'll be 3rd and 18 now. This has been dubbed the Jessica Bowl by fans on the internet due to the rumors of the USF coach having met a Tulane staff member last year during a Tulane game, and I'll let you think what the rest of it was, but incomplete pass there. So South Florida doing a good job to force the Green Wave to bring out their field goal team, and they will boot it through the uprights to take a 10-0 lead. We'll go down to the sideline reporters. I think Sauce is the one we have on duty today. Sauce, what are you feeling in your hometown?
Oh, it's a great atmosphere out here in Atlanta. I love the Ben Stadium. We come out here every year for the SEC title. Right now we got Tulane out there representing the SEC, and they're doing everything they're supposed to be, playing big boy football out there.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else is at the game. The pool hall, I think, is up and running. Remember that? Yes, we're going back to the pool hall. What's the vibes of the pool hall down on I don't know, Martin Luther King here in Atlanta?
West Side.
The West Side pool hall.
Booker T. Washington High School. Shout out to him.
I think we're having a bad connection with the
I think Tony's still down there, but I went to the varsity to get me a frosted orange, man. Right down.
The varsity, yes. Okay, well, Tony is not.
Tony might be
We've lost contact. The Phillies fan got mauled in Atlanta. Well, that brings a tear to my eye.
We sent him down the West End.
Yeah. So, what you know about that West End?
Shout out Fulton Industrial. That's all I gotta say.
You see 2nd and 2
Boulevard.
here. Oh my goodness, what's the running back doing?
That was like a broken play.
Well, he just got swallowed whole by another Georgia native, Amani Chukwara. That's what we're going with. So out trots Webb again, dropping back, looking, gonna take the man over the middle. That's a first down for South Florida, and they flip the field down to the 33. So Webb dropping back again, looking, going to the sideline. He overthrows it.
Wide open.
Yeah, Darren Webb is struggling in his first career start.
Looking like me in the championship game.
So on 2nd and 10. Webb will hand off. It's an outside run to Myers. Myers going to stop and juke, and it's not going to really work. He's going to gain 2 on the play. And Shaq Myers is once again swallowed whole by this green wave. So on 3rd and 8, they're going to run. They're going to stack the line with a trips look to the right. One receiver out left. Webb dropping back, looking, goes over the middle, and it's a decent throw, but a better catch by Barry. And now South Florida's in goal to go.
Tight coverage. Looked like the
Probably
guy just
lucky
forgot
that
to put his
DB did
hands up.
not put his hands up, yeah. So Webb RPO, he's got a man, Barry. God bless America, that was terrible. Barry is into the end zone. And South Florida is on the board.
It's pretty nice, RPO.
The extra point is up and good. That'll make it 10-7 here. An 8-play, 80-yard drive for the Golden. Not the Golden Bulls, the Bulls. What is every single team that has a gold as their color, I automatically just think of them as the Golden whatever.
I don't think the Eagles have gold in their uniforms.
They do. Well, their colors are navy and gold. At least according to the university website.
We have gold as our like academic and old school logo colors. Oh my god.
Deep.
He's got a man wide open. That is Pears again, and the Mississippi native doing it to Brink early. Hit a little jiggy.
It hurts my soul every time he scores it. He's not a Florida Gator.
Yeah.
Won't even give us a visit.
He knew his heart was he wanted to go back home, near home, and Tulane was the spot for him. It was a good decision, as he's probably going to be a first-round draft pick.
We're going to talk about the arm.
Can't argue that.
Tulane quarterback.
Yeah, impressive
Pretty nice.
throw there from the lefty.
Tulane's not having much trouble at all getting down the field. South Florida's going to have to do something on defense. Who gets the ball at half?
USF.
Yeah.
Okay. We go down here and score, get the ball at half. Still looking good. I don't know that I want to give them the ball back, though.
Well, he's going deep, floating it, and it's going to be picked off, but he can't get the feet down.
I like the concept. He had him beat. It's just not a great throw.
Yeah, that seems to be the separating factor here in the first half. Both teams rocking out with new quarterbacks. Tulane's has adjusted well. South Florida's has not. As we see a direct snap to Bigsby. And that's another thing that Tulane has been doing well. They've taken away this run game very well.
Quads look.
Webb. Dropping back, needs to pick this up. Looking, will go to the sideline. It's a good throw and a good catch. Good job by Ben Eze to get open, the freshman in his first game for the South Florida Bulls. Makes the catch, and he's got the chains moving.
Quads to the short side here.
Webb once again dropping back, looking. He's going to fire deep. It's underthrown and intercepted. Cherry makes the grab. The star safety, he might have some room to run. He's going to cut up the middle. Cherry going all the way. Touchdown Tulane. Jordan Cherry has blown the gap wide open with a huge play.
SEC.
I mean, I hate to be that guy, but the tight end was wide open.
To be fair, that guy was wide open too, but that I don't know if he just doesn't have much of an arm or if he waited too
Not
late.
a throw.
Yeah, that quarterback's
What you want to
arm
be
is
making?
suspect.
Sauce, how's the Tulane sideline?
Oh, we are getting started on the party already. They are going absolutely crazy. Yeah, what can we say? SEC.
All right, let's go over to the pool hall.
Shout out
If
White
Kevin
House Drive.
Okay, if Kevin has made his way back.
I got reports from Tony. He ain't worried about the game.
Oh, okay. Jessica down there?
Yeah, I just got back.
Is
Hey,
Jessica seeing this?
I don't know if she is, but Tony's seeing Jessica. Is all I'm gonna say.
Whoa.
Whoa, now we got some cheating scandal going
There's
on.
an affair within the affair.
Full House getting
Sounds to me like South Florida really needs a touchdown in more ways than one right now. Oh no, he's going deep. He lurked him into it, and the tight end comes down with it.
Wow. Looked like Tulane read that, knew where it was coming, and just did not make a play on the ball.
So Webb, after a seeming gift, is just getting murdered in the backfield. Well, I mean, if you're South Florida, you've got to put points on this board here. So Webb will come out. Once again, dropping back, going to take a quick throw. Again at 8, going to bring up 3rd and 13 here. And this kicker is not very powerful. He's a freshman. So this is not an easy field goal from here.
I don't know that a field goal really does much for you either at this point.
Well, I mean, if you got a kicker that can knock these down, I would definitely take it. But, you know, he doesn't. But we're going to see what happens here. Some more 5 wide. Dropping back, crosser over the middle. Can he get the first down? No, he can't. But I think on 4th and inches, the appeal to go for it is much stronger. And it looks like that's what he's going to do.
I was at South Florida practice this week, and they were talking about how the defensive line was just tearing the offensive line up.
Well, I mean, we're seeing that right now.
He wasn't sure if it was the defensive line was that good or if the offensive line was that bad. And as of right now, it's looking like the offensive line's not looking that great.
Well, they get the first down there on the QB sneak. And the clock will continue to roll here under 1:15. Handoff, and he's got some green, and it's a touchdown for South Florida, a much-needed one to get back into this ball game.
Just what the doctor ordered there.
As he hits the Heisman pose, I don't know if that's a fitting celebration for the situation we're in, but Clayton Bigsby, the senior back, dives into the end zone. They're an extra point away from making this a 10-point game.
Nothing like a blind running back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, with a minute and some change left in this first half, goal number 1 for South Florida is definitely get this Tulane offense off the field, or just keep them from scoring before halftime.
Can we even get them to 3rd down? Have they even been on 3rd down yet?
No.
I think they had 1 when they kicked the field goal, but that was about it.
That is true. They did force a field goal one time. But it will be a 5-wide look for the Green Wave, so they are definitely going to try to be aggressive here. Try to push this ball down the field. Kelemete dropping, looking, going to take the crosser, hard hit, but he hangs on for a gain of 4, and Tulane's going to run some hurry up here. Dropping back again, 2nd and 6. He's going to scramble, looking, wants to throw that ball, and it's goes through all 3 pair of hands over there. And now with the clock stop at 46 seconds, you got to be concerned if you're Tulane. If you can't pick up this first down, you got to punt the ball back to South Florida.
What a golden opportunity there they just missed.
Yeah, he had them early, and then it was just a little bit late.
I mean, the South Florida defense.
Well, yeah. But
Kelemete on 3rd and 6, dropping back. He gets hit and he's brought down.
We see a timeout here.
Yeah, I think it.
Maybe he's... I don't know. Oh, there's a timeout. I'm sure the coach of Tulane is not happy with the broadcast booth tipping the enemy coach. So he's old sometimes. He forgets. But he will get this ball back here with under 40 seconds to go left in the half.
He's old, but he's not senile.
So drive will start at the 47.
No, this is one of those situations where you wish you had a good kicker, right?
Yeah.
Get down here,
That would be...
cut it to a touchdown, get the ball at half. Fighting for the first down.
Let me get enough for a first down. Clock will continue to roll, and South Florida only has 2 timeouts. They won't elect to use one. They're audible and they're hot route, and it's taking too much time. He'll throw the crosser, and he'll get out of bounds with 13 seconds left. Ball's at the 35. So Barry seems to be the #1 target so far for this offense.
Turf, how far do you think they need to get down here to get in field goal range?
I'm going to say 20-yard line.
Well, I'll cut a few yards off of it. Now it'll be 3rd and 3. Well, never mind. He dropped
I was gonna say, did he catch that?
Sorry, I'm losing my mind. I'm going senile. So 3rd and 3, looking. He'll go to the corner route, and he can't hit the throw. Oh, man. Well, that's a bad miss. As that is easily a makeable field goal from that point.
5 seconds. You got to be careful here.
Yeah, you also don't want to throw a pick because, as we've said earlier in this game, if you throw a pick, it's not a guarantee that you're going to bring him down. 4th and 3, Webb dropping, looking, gonna fire into the end zone, double coverage, knocked up and knocked down. And that will do it for the first half. Tulane preserves a 10-point lead as we go down to Sauce. What are the comments from the head coaches heading into the locker room?
Well, there's been some apparent sign stealing accusations from the South Florida, of the South Florida coaches from the Tulane coaches. So very heated discussion before half. And coming out of the tunnel after half as well, still barking at the refs.
Well, that's interesting. And do we have an update on our Philadelphia man in the pool hall? Or is he lost contact? Uh-oh. We may have lost Kevin, too.
I think we have lost him.
Okay. Well, he got mauled. I'd say I'm sad, but I'm not that sad. 2nd and 6 as we go up to the 20-yard line here. Gain of 4.
Shout out Northside Drive.
Shout out Northside Drive. Handoff will go to Bigsby. Bigsby fighting for the line. Does he get there? Does he get there? They're going to rule him inches short. As we see the Tulane linebacker having some injury issues. So on 3rd and inches, they're going to line up power I. What will they do? QB sneak, first down. Oh. So 1st and 10, ball on the 28. Webb going to send a man in motion now. Webb dropping back. Webb is looking. He'll throw the crosser to Rawlings. Rawlings making a man miss and gets a first down.
Spun 2 guys out of the shoes.
Yeah. As you see, the bottom ticker, Tulane, or Temple, rather, in their first game, the post-Pablo era, got a huge win over Indiana. Oh, okay.
How was that?
I'm not even going to commentate that play. We're just going to act like it didn't happen and move on to the next one.
Not sure if that was a pitch or a handoff or...
It was something. Almost like that safety that we saw in the Washington State Army game last week. 2nd and 12.
That was something.
Trips to the left. Hayes gonna have the corner route again, and he doesn't turn around to catch it.
Man.
That's not even on Webb, but the tight end just didn't turn around to look at the ball.
Where was he going?
I think he saw Jessica.
Okay.
So on 3rd and 12. Webb. Dropping back, pressure, looking, corner route, picked off. I think that the post routes are not gonna work today.
Corner routes.
Corner routes, yes, not post routes. I don't know what I'm talking about. Manny Roca, also in his home state, playing his first game, so a big moment for him. Picks that ball off, and Tulane is in the driver's seat of this one firmly. So I think we'll see some run game out of the Green Wave, and they got some space, and they're going to get up and get a first down to the 48. Tyler Wall, I'm pretty sure that's his first carry for positive yardage today.
Guy's built like a brick shithouse.
Yeah. So on a fresh set of downs for the Green Wave, South Florida got to get a stop as quickly as possible. But Wall, and that man was pancaked, and he has some room down to the 17.
Definitely not the fastest running back I've ever seen.
No. He certainly is not.
That was Georgia Southern running back. He was to the house.
I think we got ran down a couple times earlier.
So the pitch on the jet pass, he's breaking up for another first down. Now in goal to go to the 5. And this South Florida Bulls defense is bending and breaking. That wasn't even meant to be that funny, but it is. You gotta be tough this close to the end zone. Will they be tough enough? Stretch play, and they weren't tough enough. Touchdown Tulane.
What a drive by the Tulane Green Wave there. Hit him with the run game. something they did not get in the first half.
Well, now this puts the coach of the South Florida Bulls in a tight scenario here. He's got to start being aggressive and pushing the ball down the field when he doesn't necessarily want to. You know, he's got to start being more like Kevin Gates. You know, he's got to start thinking with his dick. Because Jessica's watching this at the end of the day.
Alright, listen. Listen.
So Webb will
What are
throw
we
out of
doing?
a sack.
What are we doing?
It'll be 2nd and 10.
Whoever's on broadcast right now, mute Hell State.
It'll be 2nd and 10.
Marty, please mute Hell State. And Turf take over.
I think we are kicking out the broadcaster.
I can't, dude.
Oh, another.
I'm not even
knocked
kidding.
Away. Not even kidding. I got a 3rd and 10 here.
Whew.
Hell State is actually muted on broadcast, so Turf take over.
God dang it, Marty. Come on. Alright, 4th and 4 here. Our broadcaster is getting alcohol tested right now, so he might be getting banned from the stadium. Ooh, and pass over the middle, hit the seam route.
If we're doing alcohol testing, I may be out of here soon too.
We might need to bring have Kevin come from the pool hall here shortly. Might not have a broadcaster up in the booth. Alright, 1st and 10 here. Little drag route a little bit inside. USF here going no huddle. Kind of pretty much have to the rest of the game. Oh, knocked away. Should have probably been picked off, but
That's why he plays defense, Turf.
yeah.
We'll get Hell State back at the start of the 4th quarter.
He passed his drug test.
We're getting reports of Hell State passing his drug test and alcohol test, so that's another 1st down.
He understands now that's where we're drawing the line.
Does he, though? That's the question. Alright, last play of the quarter, and it's a drag right over the middle, and a touchdown.
Nice play. There we go.
I think Brink just didn't need Hell State up in the booth.
Also, he ran a bunch of hurry up, maybe not as many hot routes, just kind of just getting out there and letting it rip, right?
Yeah, he was kind of, I think, over analyzing the formation. So
8-play, 76-yard drive. 10-point game, headed to the 4th. It's not out of it by no means.
I think we got Hill State coming back to the booth.
You know, earlier today I made some comments that I guess offended some people, and I want to say sorry. I pride myself as a man of faith. As there's a drive into deep left field by Castellanos, it'll be a home run, and it will be a 4-0 ball.
Wrong sport. Wrong sport.
I know what he's saying.
Tony might be back alive after hearing that.
I know what he's saying.
I pride myself as a man of faith.
That was a good reference there.
In a deep left field by Castellanos. Okay. Caleb Pope makes the Mississippi
Pope.
native pops
Oh,
up at the perfect time to make his first tackle of the ball game. Oh man, I don't know if
That is
I'm getting that
putrid.
taken off of my check at the end of the month by the GTR Sports Network or whatever we're calling this thing. Fox
We get
Sports.
paid for this?
NBC. I better be getting paid for this.
God damn, sign me up the rest of the year.
Alrighty, second 14 here.
Kelemete on the
RPO.
RPO. Bubble screen pulled down. South Florida really needs to stop on,
Yeah.
on this third down.
This is a big,
This is
big play
huge.
here.
Mute myself.
Oh gosh, 3rd and 8. Kelemete dropping back, looking, hit as he throws.
Oh!
And now it'll be 4th and 8, and the punt team will come out. The comeback is on for South Florida.
Big time stop.
They just needed to listen to the controversial advice, and it sparked them. And now, with 3:53 left, South Florida's on the prowl. They'll start this drive at the 32.
While you were away, Hill State, USF had a good game plan of just no huddle, quick passes, and attacking over the middle. So let's see if they repeat that.
Yeah, that is really what's been their bread and butter while Coach Brink has been at the helm. So we'll see if they run it again. Now Webb's going to scramble. We ain't seen this all day. He's going to get pulled down. 2nd and inches. Webb will drop back, looking, gonna take the out route, and he's at the 50-yard line now. Gotta hurry up, but South Florida is moving this ball. Gain of 6, clock will continue to roll. Kevin Lane, his 3rd catch of the day. Clock will roll now under 3 minutes.
A lot of time coming off the clock here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Webb gonna throw the crosser, the first down again. I mean, these are good as Webb stays up.
And the clock's
These
still
are
running.
good, but I think you gotta move the ball quicker.
Yeah. This is good, but Tulane's probably fine with this, right?
Nah, they're not fine with a touchdown that almost got picked as it was tipped in the air. Florida native almost just ended that game.
Look at that duck.
Yeah, I don't know. There's been some moments where Webb has had some questionable throws.
Stack luck.
Webb will drop back over the middle. Rawlings has the catch for a gain of 7. Now you gotta hurry.
Time just ticking away.
Gotta go quick. 3rd and 3. Oh, it's up in the air and it is gonna fall incomplete.
Oh,
Well, now they're gonna
wow,
hurry
that's
up out of this. I don't know why they're. Well, 4th and 3. Maybe he saw the defensive playing back as Webb's going to take a little stutter step and then step out of bounds. 2:08. They do get the first down. I didn't quite understand the choice to hurry up out of that, considering the clock was stopped. But maybe I didn't see something, as that was a pancake by 69 on that man. Webb going to send a man in motion. He'll pitch it to the jet sweep. He's got a man. He's got the corner.
Oh, no.
And there's a flag, a yellow handkerchief down, and it's going to be a hold on the left guard.
Wow.
It's a brutal call at this point of the game.
Especially from the left guard. Like, the guy had the outside. Don't think we needed that hold.
Well, now with 2:03 left, South Florida got to find a way to bring that back. The out route will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second and 12 now. Webb, man in motion. Pitches it to him on the sweep. They scored the touchdown. They got called back, and it will get the first down. But with 1:55 left, there is no time to spare. So Webb, dropping back, looking, gonna go over the middle. Can he fight into the end zone?
Wow.
He's gonna be ruled short.
But that clock stopped because of the defensive timeout, so
Yeah,
don't know how that's not.
I mean, I guess they're consistent. We did see a controversial no-call touchdown for Tulane
Right.
earlier in the game.
And I don't think you could challenge it for
No, you
USF.
can't risk it, right?
No. That's unfortunate.
Come out in the Wild Bowl.
The Wild Bull pitches out. Can he get in? He's fighting, trips over a lineman, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida.
Yeah, number 3 got a little confused. He started running towards the end zone.
It sure looked like the defensive guy was there to make the tackle, and he just gave up.
And he started running the other way. Right here. Yeah.
140 left. I'm not gonna
come in. Yeah.
Tulane wasn't ready for it. Do they call timeout? They won't.
Not.
Onside kick is recovered by Tulane.
Risky.
Well, now you get 3 plays if you're South Florida to stop them. If they get 10 yards here, the ball game will be over.
It'll come out in the wild
The
wave.
the wild,
The wild what?
the wild wave blast. Oh my goodness, he's gonna take it down that gain of 5. That's not what you wanted to see if you're South Florida. The wild wave. The wild wave.
Which is a theme park up here in my neck of the woods in Washington.
The wild wave, man. RPO. Always out there to make the play. And now 3rd and 5. Pressure is all on that Tulane sideline right now.
Do you think you have 2 plays here to get 5 yards? Or do you kick the long
It depends on it depends on what happens on this play, I will say.
And what kind of leg the kicker's got.
That is also true.
It's a pass.
Crosser.
And
He's got it.
Oh,
Final timeout for South Florida.
that'll
And
do
that should seal this victory. South Florida with a late charge, but it's not going to be enough. They come up 3 points short to the Tulane Green Wave, who are your champions of the Aflac Coke World Chick-fil-A Atlanta Arthur Blank kickoff extravaganza. We will take it down to the man himself, Marty Party, with the winning head coach, Dennis Payers, with player of the game. Coach, you came into this one guns a-blazing. What happened in that second half that led to that late surge by South Florida?
Yeah, we struggled. We ran the ball well for one drive, and then we kind of that was about it. So not a great second half, but also credit to USF. They came back, and their offense kind of got ignited there. So no, glad to win early in the year, but definitely some things to work on.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else got a question?
Looking at your schedule here, what team are you most looking forward to playing now?
Missouri, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Missouri for sure, and have a good battle with South Carolina every year. That seems to be an interception bowl, but we'll see if we can maybe change it a little bit different this year. But yeah, as I say, those are two big matchups for us, especially near the end of the year. It's important to win going into bowl season or the playoffs.
Yeah, your last game of the year is against the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Yeah, that'll be that game could mean a lot of stuff for who gets in and who doesn't get in to the playoffs.
Yeah, it could. All right. Anybody else?
Tell us about that receiver you got from UTSA. That dude is special.
Oh yeah. He is sure a lot of fun to be able to just kind of line up and go as fast and as far as you can. And Clemente seems to have the arm to be able to basically expand the field too. So yeah, he's a huge weapon to have in this game, and speed kills.
Well, he got off to a good start.
Yeah,
Congratulations on your win, man.
Thank you very much.
Way to rep the ASCC.
All right. Yeah, SEC. We will move over to the losing coach of Brinkerhoff. Brink, your team showed some fight today towards the end of the game. What are the positives you can take out of this Week 1 loss?
Look, it was a game of inches. They're a good team. They have a lot of good players, and we didn't take advantage of some things we should have took advantage of, and we let some things go that we knew were coming. So we just got to tighten it up. It was a close game. It's 38-21. You know, if this play, that play goes the other way, you know, things could look a little different. So we'll take the defeat, learn from it, and we'll get better for next week. Get ready for App State. We have a lot of football left to play. This is a non-conference game. It's a good measure. They're a good team. So we look forward to maybe seeing them in the postseason.
All right. Anybody else?
Brink, whenever I was at practice this week, you're concerned about the offensive line. Maybe you thought it was a defensive line. After the first game, how do you feel?
Well, one particular offensive lineman does have my concern. It is that left guard. And he was a former right tackle. He fits better as a guard. He's got some speed and strength, but this wasn't a good performance. So we're going to keep an eye on him. We're going to do some more coaching and training this week and see if we can't just tighten that up. You know, the holding call just absolutely killed us. I know he didn't do it on purpose, but you know, sometimes you also got to question the ref. You know, they say holdings on every single play of the game, and they just decide when to call it. So why they decided to call it that play is beyond me. It was away from the play. It didn't have anything to do with the play. But they threw the flag anyway, so we just got to take it and move forward, and, you know, we'll get better for next week.
All right, buddy.
Okay. Anybody else?
No.
I just want to say, shout out Reed Street.
Shout out Jessica.
Shout out Cheshire Bridge.
Shout out Jessica.
Shout out Jessica, all right.
Shout out Kevin
She's
Gates.
having fun.
Shout out Edgewood.
She keeps calling when she isn't.
Pittsburgh.
She keeps going with the guys from the pool.
Some 6, some 4.
Well, yeah, once we found out about her is why we let her off. Go have fun.
All right. Well, I think that will wrap it up for this wild and wacky edition of GTR Game of the Week After Dark.
Shout out Diamond Gentlemen's Club.
Yeah. Okay, but that, you know what? So for all of those involved, I am Hail State uncensored for finally, and we will see you guys for the next edition of Game of the Week.